Welcome everyone. Today I have a special Path of Exile 2 leveling guide to level 100. Now looking behind me, I actually had a friend who raised to level 100 and is currently world rank number 22 to hit level 100. So if you come over to the website for Path of Exile 2 Standard League, you can see that my friend Paychak over here is currently ranked number 22. Now you might be saying, hey, he's only ranked 22, right? That's with everyone that's playing Path of Exile 2, he raised to level 100. And he was playing this quite casually. He didn't have friends to help him. He didn't start with Stormwaver. He actually started with a Deadeye. So there's a lot of things we can learn from him of how to be choosing your maps, how can you be perking your Atlas trees, and what are the key items he was using. He was actually using a really budget build, less than 10 divines at the time. And here he will be teaching us what are the ways of getting the most experience. And very amazingly, he has recorded over 380 different map attempts. And in those maps attempts, as I will be showcasing to you guys, you can see some of the maps can give over 6 million experience, while other maps can give less than 100,000 experience. So there are ways of choosing your maps and also finding 10, 30, or even 60 times more experience if you do this correctly. You can see everything's categorized and everything is tailored up because of number of rares, number of size. Any modifier that is important is compared and also recorded over here. Together with different experience percentage, this particular data is going to be very useful should you want to be leveling your character or should you want to be raising to level 100. We also have tons of notes related to how to get to level 100, including survivability, map clear, mobility, and also ways of protecting your experience if you die. So there's tons of notes I want to go through with you guys, and this can allow you to get to level 100 with any build, any class in the game. And there's tons of little secrets and also methods. Looking over here, over 113% increase in experience just on the maps alone before the keystones. So there's a lot of ways for us to get tons of more experience in the game. And should you want to raise to level 100 in the future, this can really help you for the new league. So coming over to our notes over here, you can see on the tally over here, we're learning from Paychak over here. And Paychak over here has reached level of rank 22 in the world ranking for level 100 as a Stormwaver. On the second part of the video, we'll briefly go through the gears and also choices of items he was using. And yes, it was a very budget setup without any unique juice. And he started using those gears as early as level 90. So those set of gears can be achievable with any build and also any class. And should you want to play the Stormwaver, there's more guide towards this as well at the end of the video. So now before we dive into the video, I would like to say a big shout out and also thank you for Paychak for sharing everything, including his Excel with tons of data and also collection and also all the related notes over here. Now Paychak does have a YouTube channel and also a Twitch channel, so make sure you guys see the links below to follow him and also to support him in his journey in speed leveling and also practicing for the new league. So over here you can see this is a screenshot. It's a little blurry, so this is a screenshot of him reaching 100. So now you can see in the replays later, he later bought a Temploaris because he saved up so much currency. But what we want to show you guys is in the actual fight, he actually used a much cheaper chest because Temploaris blinking around is actually one of the major ways of dying in leveling. So yes, Temploaris is not needed and this build can be super cheap. So let's go through the general method of how you want to be leveling to level 100 for any build and also any class. Firstly, you want a solid build, and this build should technically allow you to clear the map quite quickly, have a decent survivability, and having a good mobility is very good. So instead of optional, you want to have some really good mobility. This can be in the form of blinking if you use a second weapon swap, but we're not recommending using Temploaris unless your build is broken and also auto bombs and auto kills everything. Now we do have tons of build that is available for different class should you want to check out my different builds. So here I'll have the links available for you guys. So we have tons of different builds for you to look through. And here my friend is using a Stormwaver, and this is a basic spark build at the very start of the meta. So again, I want to highlight over here, my friend has died 3 times at level 99 and losing hours of grinding and also experience because he was blinking around too much. So we actually don't recommend using Temploaris unless your build is perfectly set for that. And blinking with a second weapon swap is good, but blinking too much can lead to death. So the first thing you want to understand is a solid build to technically make you more survivable and reduce unexpected death. Now, of course, you cannot avoid death because sometimes it just happens. And it is best to prepare to have an Omen in your inventory that is activated to minus 75% death experience penalty. This is going to be the Omen of Amyloid. I cannot pronounce this one, but this is the Omen you can purchase. You can purchase this on the market, you can purchase on the website. It is recommended after level 96 or even level 94, you start to have this Omen in your inventory. Should you die, this Omen will reduce the penalty of experience taken away from 10% to 2.5%. And even 2.5% will take my friend 2 to 3 hours to grind those experience back. So it is a must-have to invest into one of those Omens. And yes, my friend died 4 times during the time of level 98 and also level 99 because his build is not the most expensive, he's using a budget build. And having this Omen really helps him to reduce the death penalty. Now, second to that, it is important to have a good Altas passive together with a bridge passive. So ideally, you should have some points into the bridge because bridge, as we're going to see later, is going to be one of the best ways of getting more experience in the map. As you find more bridges in the map, this is how you get over millions of experience. So let's briefly come over here to the choices of the Altas. So let me try to explain a few things. It is important to have an explicit modifies amplification for each of those by 2%. And here we're also getting this one for more effect of those. Over here, we want to get as much as the number of monster packs and also monsters, and together with increasing the effect of the tablet. So this is the setup my friend used all the way to level 100. It is possible that after using the tablets, you can unperk those, but it gets too troublesome, so my friend just left those. And here we do want to get into the pack size, but we just don't have enough points. And this was the setup he used to get all the benefits that was available, and together with bonus experience, increasing pack size, and also increasing monster density. Now over here, it is important for you to have some of those perks for bridges. And this is definitely worth the investment. Because as you get more points in the bridges, you get more bridge stones, and you farm a lot more bridges in the map, and then you can do more bridges and also getting even more points to unlock those perks. As we keep going, you can see over here we will be getting this particular modifier. This allows us to have increasing chance by 30% to have the map to be corrupted, increasing the level by +1. As we're going to see with the comparison of the choices of maps, having one level higher maps really helps you to get bonus experience. This is because it's a massive experience penalty. As you get to higher levels, the map's level are much lower than yours. So having a chance to increase the experience by a lot with +1 was actually better than a 50% map boss experience. Because as you're going to see with the choice of the tablets and also the maps also we're going to use, we're not really influencing the towers with increasing boss chance, but rather we're trying to get additional chances of getting more shines, and the shines can provide you with a speed buff, 100% experience buff, and tons of more bonuses. So over here you can see the screenshot of both of the Altas, and the most important ones are already highlighted over here for you guys. Now that we had a look at Altas, I have talked about getting +1 maps and also at a 30% chance really helped the bonus experience. Especially at around level 99, level 98, those bonus +1 or +2 map levels really helps to compensate for the experience penalty we receive with lower experience. So the next question is, how do you choose your maps and what are the most important modifiers you should have on your maps? Preferably, you want to have tier 15 or tier 16 maps. If you can afford, finding tier 15 maps are much cheaper. You can be buying those maps for around 4 to 5 or even 6 Exile. And tier 16 maps, there's less amount. It is better in experience, but it's much harder to find tier 16 maps. And with any of those maps, you want to firstly have 30% bonus experience and then plus any of those additional modifiers. So here is an example over here. It is a little blurry, I do apologize because when we're recording, the quality wasn't the best. You can see there's a 35% bonus experience, there's increasing packs, magic monsters, increasing packs, and there's a lot of good things that can increase your experience. Unfortunately, when corrupting this map, we did not get +16. When you're corrupting the maps, you have a chance of getting +16. And here, we will also be anointing those maps with ×3 guild. And with the guild distillment or distilled guild, you can be getting 24% more pack size. My friend has also mentioned that you can use ×3 distilled ire, which will give you tons of more magic monster percentage, but this is more optional. Now, during this time, you want to be avoiding modifiers like minus maximum player's resistance, monsters penetrating elemental resistance, or anything that is bad for your build. What you can do is, you can use Chaos Orbs to try to roll those FXs away, because you want to be safety first. So even though those will give you tons of experience, if you die in a map, it is not worth it. So yes, you want to roll away any of the bad modifiers, and those are just some of the general reference. You should know the modifiers that can potentially kill your build, and also avoid those. But if they have good modifiers like those, then you try to roll away the bad ones using a Chaos Orb, and if this works, you keep going. If it doesn't work, you don't use the map. So the step of the process is to find a tier 15, tier 16 map with bonus experience and +1 of those. And then we avoid the bad modifiers, and then we'll be anointing those maps, as you can see over here, plus 24% pack size. And then finally, we'll be corrupting those maps. We're not double corrupting coming from the passives over here, because that is actually not good for us. It's too random, it wastes too many maps. So when corrupting those maps, there's chance of getting a lot more exclusive better modifiers like plus magic monsters, plus pack size. There's chance of getting +1 level or -1 level, or chances of getting better rolls. By a rough calculation, you are getting 3 good results out of the 5 results versus 2 bad results. So corrupting the maps at the final stage might give you a massive experience bonus if you can get a +1 level to the map from tier 15 to tier 16. Or if you guys are using a tier 16 map, maybe there's no need to be corrupting this because you can't get a +1 level to tier 16 map to tier 17. So then this becomes 2 good outcome and also 2 bad outcome. So in order to avoid ING, you can keep the tier 16 uncorrupted map the way it is, but it's more expensive to get tier 16 uncorrupted map. So my friend has been collecting tier 15 maps. And I have been sharing whatever experience map I find that is tier 15 with him, so he can be crafting using those methods. And majority of the time, for those of you that is on a budget, it's much cheaper to be finding tier 15 maps, collecting, crafting, and also juicing them up this way using this method. Now as we keep going, we'll be looking into the buffing of the tower and also tablets. So once you have unlocked the towers, and you should try to rush to unlock the towers, we'll prioritize on any of the tower modifiers with bonus experience percentage. And then we'll be using the tower tablets for adding bridges and also adding irritated tablets onto the towers. And those are the only 2 we'll be looking for. So those are the major ones. So you can see the bridge tablets over here with over 9 to 10 maps. So I should write this over here with 9 to 10 plus maps influenced. So you want at least 9 or 10 maps to be influenced over here, and you can see this is a bridge tablet, and over here this is a irradiated tablet. You want to add 1 level to all the maps that's available, and then you want to add as many bridge tablets as you can for more chances of getting more bridges. So you might be thinking, how come this is the case? So if you look at the summary, one of the best experience maps had 10 bridges in that map. And this together with all the amplification higher level map was giving us over 6 million experience, which is like 60 or 30 times higher than most of the other maps. You can see that's 100, they're like 500,000, they're like 1 million experience. This one has 6 million experience because of this. Now during this time, if you have a lot more towers in the region, it is optional to try the boss tablet. Because the boss tablet will influence less maps and it's not a guaranteed, even though you have the perks over here, it is more preferable to just find the boss on the map. But it is optional guys, you can try for those. And finally, a bonus over here is while getting experience bonus modifiers, you can also get chances for shines. So yes, there are shines in the map that can provide you with tons of bonus experience with 100% more experience, and also other shines to help you with the clear speed, safety, and even haste for movement speed and also attack speed. So you can see this example over here, we have the 10 maps in the region that are irritated, we have 10% experience bonus, we also have 19% chance of getting shines. Even though those chances don't look the highest because they overlap with tons of different towers, and this can also be amplified by the perks over here to increase the effect of your tablets. This is actually very sizable. And this is one of the ways, as we're going to see in the recordings over here, as my friend's going to show us over here, you can see after getting an experienced giant in the map, he was getting 100% bonus more experience. It's a little harder to see, it's in the miscellaneous. You can see another 100% bonus experience because of this. And this will dramatically increase the experience gained in those maps. So now we talk about the maps and also juicing up the maps with different tablets. Let's have a look at the best modifiers and also best experience reward coming out of those maps. Of course, ideally, you want to have maps with increasing level like Corrupted and also Irritated. Having a boss on the map is great. So this is one of the great example. If you can find a starting map with over 100% experience, and then this can be added on top of the experience you get in the map, you can potentially get over 200% or even higher experience. Because you also have different modifiers that allows you to have chance to double the effect of your tablet effect. And this can potentially double the stats over here to 200% with a 20% chance. And this goes a little crazy if you hit the jackpot of bonus experience and also bonus pack size and everything else. So on average, you're looking for at least 100% bonus experience with the modifiers over here combined with everything. Because the chance of doubling this and also massively increasing your explicit and also different modifiers, you can get up to 150 or even 200% bonus experience. And now it's a good time for us to come over to this Mega Exile. You can see this Mega Exile have tons of stats. My friend has taken a lot of time recording this Exile. It is not easy work, and this is one of the reasons he wasn't racing to #1, because he was playing casually. He wasn't playing in a team of multiple players with rotations. You sleep, I play, then I sleep, you play. So people do this like 3 people play the same account, and he didn't even start with Stormwaver. He started with Deadeye, then he decided to play Stormwaver after, so he was a little behind. And during this time, he was recording a lot of data for us. You can see there's over 360 different maps tested with different modifiers, different attempts, and also different experience. And also when he fully cleared the map, where they had Delirium, where they had the magic monsters versus pack size versus breaches. So just to give you guys a summary, one of the best ways of getting more map experience is actually coming over here to have more breaches on the map. While getting more experience on the map and also +1 level to the map really helps. So you can see that one of the biggest experience gain in all of those was over 6 million experience. Similarly, there's a lot of maps that provide with 1 million experience, and if we come back over here, most of them do have more bridges together with over 100% bonus experience, together with additional tier 17 or tier 16 maps that is increasing ranking of the map. But in comparison, if you just get a tier 18 map with good experience, it is actually less experience compared to a tier 17 map with good experience with a lot of breaches. So one of the biggest priorities we recommend is to go with tablets that provide you with more breaches and also try to get as many breaches as possible in those maps. And I'll let you guys filter through this yourself, and you can see I'll find you another one. Okay, this is a tier 16 Oasis with 11 breaches, 79 experience bonus, and you can see this is around 3 million experience, which is by far much higher than the other maps that was attempted. So by doing one of those maps, you're doing like 10 of the other ones, and this actually shows you what are the best maps and what are the best modifiers. So if you guys want to filter through using Excel, I'll also share this one with you guys to have a look, but everything's also explained over here with those steps. So now that we covered the majority for the general class, let's have a look at how you want to play the game and also farm for experience. What are the play styles and how do you have a smooth and also safe gameplay? So coming over to the replays showcased by my friend over here. And should you guys want to have a look at his gears, you can see this recording was done after he reached level 100 with some better gears. And you may be saying, hey Matt, he's got Temploaris. I don't have Temploaris. So don't worry guys, if you look at this part of the replay, this was his older chest piece, which was much more cheaper. This is like few 20, 30 or even 50 exalt back at the time. He wasn't using Temploaris, he was using this chest. And in this demonstration video, we'll be showcasing him using his old chest. And of course, if you want to look at his build and also his setup, it is very cheap and also very budget. He did not buy any unique jewels, and all the jewels he had were much earlier in the game. Maybe 1 to 2 weeks into the game when he had those items, and they were selling for like 10 to 15 exalt at the time. So his entire build is super budget, and he didn't really bother to change the build much. It did have some bonus rarity and also other stats, should you guys want to have a look. And finally, for the potion, yes, the Melting Maelstrom was actually a gift from me to him. Because he died during one of the maps at level 99, I felt really bad for him, so I actually bought a potion for him. And before this, he was using a common potion. And the build is super budgety, should you guys want to follow this pretty good setup. Now that said, we do have a very good Stormwaver build should you guys want to follow a classic Stormwaver build, and this was learning from my friend Royal. So definitely check out this pretty good guide. This is a much more expensive but more stronger setup which can allow you to have tons of more survivability together with even high damage. But you can see even with my friend's budget build, which probably cost less than 10 divine or 20 divine at the time, it still worked perfectly all the way up to level 100. So I'm going to skip a little bit, and this will be available should you guys want to have a look at his skills and also abilities. So coming over to the map section. Once you have the maps juiced up, and here we have an example over here. So this is not the best example because we couldn't get all the tower to influence the map properly, but you can see everything we said was down over here as a demonstration. This map is influenced together with bonus experience, more level to the monsters, and also here with the pack size and also increasing experience. Once you get into the map, what you want to do is you want to stay mobile, you want to be constantly casting your spells and also killing monsters on the map. Your build should technically have some decent survivability and also mobility. You want to stay mobile, constantly moving, and also avoid monsters that explode on death. During this time, my friend does have a pretty strict loot filter, so he's not trying to filter for items a lot, he's trying to get the best items while only get the other items on the way. And you can see the stats of his character and everything that is available over here. And here what I want to show you guys is after getting an experience Shire, he get 100% bonus experience. So let me show you guys when he found the experience Shire over here. So this is one of the reasons you kind of want to look for more Shires. Not only can give you bonus experience, it can also give you mobility, damage, and also survivability. So the whole build and also the whole setup is pretty straightforward. And as you can see, as he clears through the maps, he doesn't really have the biggest problem. And most of the time, he's not blinking. Even though he have blink on the second weapon set, he's not blinking. Because a majority of the time he dies is when he blink too much into a random pack of rares and then they kill him. Sometimes they kill the rares and the rares explode on him. So a little warning, if you get a really good items, divine or even a mirror drop, you want to make sure you don't rush to pick the items. Sometimes the monster will explode on you and then killing you and also not letting you to pick up the items. So another final highlight over here is that you want to find as many bridges as you can in the map. And while having the bridges, and if you have bonus sharing experience, you will get even more experience. During those bridges, it is optional to pick up everything that is dropped from the bridge. Sometimes the splinters are too out of the way, you don't have to pick them up. So this will increase your mapping speed and also efficiency. At the same time, what I want to show you guys is you do not stop the map after you complete the map. Notice here my friend has completed the map, but he is still mapping the map and also looking for more bridges. Because you want to clear the map because you have so much monster density, pack size, and you want to find every bridge you can that you have added to the map. And this will give you tons of more experience. So you do not want to stop mapping on the juiced up maps the moment you clear the map. You want to keep clearing, clear out the entire map to kill the monsters, look for more bridges, and then getting bonus experience. Now finally, coming back to the notes over here, you can see everything we said is pretty much summarized over here. And of course, if you guys are planning to go for level 100, make sure you're ready for the grind. It's not going to be easy, and you might be dying and maybe tilting a lot. My friend had to take multiple breaks because he died, and this sets him back multiple hours, even with a reduced experience penalty. So do keep in mind guys, it's not going to be easy. It did take my friend a few weeks or even close to a month to get to level 100 in this league. So if you're up for the grind, this can be something that's very rewarding if you're on the race for the future leagues into level 100. But if you just want to get some good experience, you can still follow this method to be leveling your characters to level 90, level 95 very fast using the similar method. Now what I do now is I'll provide you guys with a small replay of all the gears and also item, everything related to what my friend used during the time that he was leveling. And what I want to highlight to you again is, no, he's not using Temploaris. The Temploaris was after. So you got to see the chest that he was using previously as well at the part of the replay. And of course, you can see the skill passives, the juice, and together with all the skill links. And also I'll attach this entire run of the mapping setup to show you guys how he plays, the bonus experience he was enjoying, and all the valuable loot that I was talking about in terms of bonus XP. So you can see the mapping experience over here. You can see finding experience shires give you more XP, and everything I mentioned in the video as he keep playing the map after the map finishes to find more breaches and also getting more experience. Now, hopefully you guys found today's video helpful. Again, a big thank you to everyone on YouTube, especially our supporters, and also those of you guys who's been supporting me on Patreon as well. And we do have a new feature on the Mattjestic YouTube channel. If you click onto this, you can become a member. Yes, I've added this just recently, and this will allow you to have early access to videos that is posted a few hours or even half a day earlier if you want to watch those videos a little early. But yes, this will cost money. So please be aware the membership will cost money. And if you do want to watch videos normally, those videos will still be available after 6 to 12 hours, normally on the time we post those videos. And I'll be aiming to post at least one Path of Exile video a day. And this will be including guides, tips, news update, and also the latest tricks that is discovered on both the English and also Chinese community to keep you guys updated. And if you like those videos, make sure you leave a nice comment and also leave a like for those videos. Now, before we finish, if you guys haven't subscribed, this is a really good time to do so because I'll be looking into the latest Path of Exile 2 news on different communities and also on our official forum, official webpage. I'll also be looking into the best build for each of the class as the meta develops with the Chinese and also the English community. So stay tuned for the latest update and also guides for Path of Exile 2. And of course, this is going to be a big month for us. And I'll try to bring you guys all of the latest content and also guides for Path of Exile 2 to come.